Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Let's talk about iPhone.
It starts at $999. Just $100 more, starting at $1099.
What?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The new iPhones are fine. They're just the iPhone X with a few minor improvements. And that's great. It'll sell well. That's not a problem. iPhones are consistently a safe bet for a great smartphone experience. The problem is this: the price tag. Yeah, it's huge. But here's why. Flagship smartphones since 2009 have consistently been within $600 to $700. The iPhone 3GS is no exception. It came with a non-contract price of $600 for the smallest model, and the upgraded memory model was $700. The problem comes when we look at smartphone prices now. It's ridiculous. That's a used car. A bad used car, but a used car nonetheless. It may just be me, but a smartphone in this price range is obnoxious. This is theft, right? They're stealing all of our money. Well, we gotta dig a little bit deeper than that. Let's look at last year. Apple released the iPhone 8, 8 Plus, and 10. And they considered the usual upgrade path to be the 8 and 8 Plus, with the 10 being the premium model, because the 10 is special. So it has a price premium, it's $1,000, it's special alright, but right before that Samsung released their Note 8, which was $950. So it's not an I hate Apple sort of thing, but other players like Samsung are doing the exact same thing. So you may say to me, well Jimmy, maybe you're just an old man, it might be a sign of the times, or well, it's inflation. See, when we take that $650 average price for a flagship in 2009 and adjust it for inflation to 2018, it comes off to be $114 more, which means Apple's value smartphone, the iPhone XR, is now in the same price bracket as old flagship smartphones. To be honest though, that one's probably going to be the one that ends up selling the most. Then there's this new segment that has popped up above flagships that cost even more than them in recent years, and I call this the premium flagships. This means things like the Note 9, the iPhone XS, the iPhone XS Max. Let me adjust the lighting. It's dark, it's raining outside. I don't even know why I'm filming this. Is that better? Yeah, okay. That's nice and all, but it's not fair that these corporate shills are charging obnoxious prices for their overpriced smartphones. You're right, it's not cool to shell out a ton of money for the latest and greatest smartphones. And to be honest, no one needs the latest and greatest. The reason why they're the latest and greatest is because they're using bleeding edge technology that still costs a lot of money to manufacture. But they aren't charging much more than you actually think. Based on research done by Bloomberg and IHS, they estimate the cost of manufacturing these devices. That means the cost to make the device, not the cost of their employees, marketing, and administrators, turns out to be $271 for the iPhone 8, $288 for the iPhone 8 Plus, $370 for the iPhone X, and $380 for the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Now let's see how many more times the retail cost is than their cost to make. Surprised? I'm not. Apple and Samsung both sell their smartphones at a premium of at least 2.5 times the cost of the actual device. And that's, for Apple, across all three of their devices. That, and combined with the fact that smartphones are typically lasting longer, they feel that they can charge more of a premium on these devices. I mean, if you're upgrading a $650 smartphone every 2 years, compared to buying a $1,000 smartphone and upgrading that every 3 years, the cost ends up being around the same anyway. And the last factor, and let's be honest here, smartphones have become stagnant. Sure, they add a lot more features, but their price have skyrocketed compared to their previous predecessors that didn't cost much more despite having more features. Features are now more expensive to implement. Everything from inflation to profit margins to longer smartphone lifespans, those all contribute to the rising price of smartphones in general. But if you can't afford a $1,000 smartphone, you don't have to. I think the iPhone XR is a much better value anyway. You should get that one if you can't afford the more expensive one, trust me. Anyway, how did you guys enjoy this little economic insight? Did you find it useful? Does it make you want to buy a $1,000 smartphone? How do you feel about $1,000 iPhones, Samsung smartphones in general? Leave that in the comment section below. like this video if you enjoyed it, and well, maybe don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.